welcome to this video. In this video, we will go through 2019 May SAT exam section 4, question 28. Now, you can take a quick moment to read this question. Now, this question, it's a little bit challenging despite the words are not that much, but take a moment to read the question. It says that for the function f, if f of 3x is equal to x minus 6, for all values of x, what is the value of f of 6? Now, the key thing that it's really challenging here is that on one hand, you're seeing 3x right here. On the other hand, there's an x. Now, I want you to understand that when we talk about f of x, okay, now let me just go ahead and give you some example here. So let me just say f of x is equal to x squared, okay? Now, I bet you know how to do this, okay? If I say f of 2, then you know you put the 2 into x and you say 4. If I say f of 3 right here, then you know you put the 3 right here and then you get 9. So that's very easy. Now, I'm gonna bet that if I put f of a, you would know that, oh, it's just gonna be a squared because you put the a into the x. So now, what is going on here is that, it's like this. What if I put f of 2x right here, okay, on this problem, on the right-hand side, okay, the sample problem. So here I would do 2x squared, which is 4x squared. Okay, now, if you just focus on this part and this part, let me just rewrite it here. Now, you don't really see the 2x on the right-hand side because it has already been executed, so it's embedded in it. So that makes this question very difficult because it's kind of hidden. So one thing that you have to know is that this right-hand side of the equation, x minus 6, is after the substitution of 3x. So how can it work? Well, one way that we can work is that, let me come up with a way that I will see the 3x here, but it's going to equal to this. How can we do that? Well, one way we can do that is, well, here we go. I'm going to put the 3x in the parentheses, but I don't want the 3 because the coefficient here is just 1. So I want to get rid of the 3. So the way we can do it, it's simply by placing a 1/3 in front of it and then minus 6. Now, I want to pause a moment right here. I want to make sure that you really can see how this expression is identical to this expression. Okay, take a moment, see for yourself to make sure that these two expressions are identical. And it is very important that you know it's identical because now we can say that, okay, I can see the 3x right here, I can see the 3x right here. So that means if I work backward, f of x is equal to 1/3 x minus 6. So that's how we have f of 3x is equal to 1/3 of 3x minus 6, which is equal to x minus 6. So we are testing out the possibility of the original function. And once we test out the original function and we say, hey, this one is the valid function, we can use this. And that's how we say, okay, now we put f of 6 right here, which is equal to 1/3 times 6 minus 6. And 1/3 times 6 is equal to 2. 2 minus 6 is -4. So you get the right answer. Okay. Now, the reason why it's so difficult is because based on my observation, a lot of students, they may not be really diligent in terms of following notations. So when they see f of 6, one thing that could appear if you do it wrong is that people would do this. F of 6 is equal to 6 minus 6, and that's why they may pick 0. Now, this is very, very wrong because this is only true if it is f of x is equal to x minus 6. Okay, but it's not. Now, there is an alternative way to think about this, which is, well, that, let me use a different color, let me use blue. Now, it says f of 3x is equal to x minus 6, right? So now, if we have f of 6, now think about this. If I equate the 3x and 6 together, what would the x be? Sorry, what would the x be? Well, in this case, it would be the same thing as 3 times 2. This is the x. 2 is the x. And that means you can place a 2 right here. And that's how you get negative 4. So here I provide you two different ways of solving this problem. Now both are notation heavy because you really have to use the notations to understand how it can be expressed and then how you would treat the 6 meaningfully and correctly so that you can obtain the answer. So if you have a little bit of confusion, I would suggest you to watch this again, follow through the work, and then hopefully you will have a great understanding of this problem.
Do you want some extra credit? If you do, subscribe our channel. I promise you will learn a lot more and get extra credit from that. If you have any question, please make sure that you email us at goodacademics@gmail.com. If you have any question in math, science, or education, just send them in and we will do our very best to resolve your problems. And I thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope that you will continue to learn a lot more through our channel. See you soon.